And God says like this, that a woman, if she is pregnant, all of her body resources are going to nourish that baby. Okay? If a woman is not pregnant, then that nourishment, that potential of life, leaves her body approximately once a month. God says in the Torah, the Jewish couple has to separate for a minimum of 5 days from the onset of that cycle, and then another 7 days after the cycle is stopped. So approximately 5 days, not 7 days. The night of the 7th, which is approximately 12 to 15th day, she would come to a building like this, okay? Be escorted into a preparation room, that she removes all makeup and lipstick and everything touching her body, and then she immerses in a pool, a little swimming pool, that has living water in it. And we'll talk about what it makes living water when we get there. And then she's reunited with her husband until the onset of her cycle, or, because birth control is not allowed, if she becomes pregnant, then she would not need to come back to the mikveh, this pool. Once she's pregnant, the husband and wife can have intimate relations until she has the child. Okay? So that, in a nutshell, is the process of what this building is about. That's the family relationship. And let's say the rabbis have these encouraging laws. And they said like this, you know what, in order that they won't come to have relations, let's have them not sleep in the same bed during those 5 and 7 days. Let's have them sleep in separate beds. Let's have her not sing in front of him. Let's have them not stare at each other. She shouldn't make his bed in front of him. She shouldn't put on a lot of makeup, perfume. And they shouldn't pass things to each other, and they shouldn't even touch fingertips. Okay, why? Because those are going to draw the couple together. Okay. So, and then we go, she soaks in a warm tub for 20 minutes before she ever gets out of this room. Now let me tell you this, you got a few kids at home? 20 minutes of sanity. Here we go.
And somebody checks her to make sure she's all clean.
Living water is 3 types of water. One is a natural body of water that doesn't dry up in 7 years. Ocean, a Great Lake, the Mississippi River, Tennessee River. These are natural bodies that don't dry up in 7 years. Those are called living waters. The others are artesian well that comes out of the ground, is living water. And then rainwater. Okay, we use rainwater at this facility. And then the water fills up, it rains, and then a few people use the mikveh, they empty the water, we have to wait till it rains again. That's a big problem, because let's say you're in California. It doesn't rain in Southern California. Southern California, as the song goes. So what happens like this. We create 2 bodies of water. If you look right over there, you're going to see a little hole in the bottom of the mikveh. That connects to another body of water. Below this, that is where the living water, that's where the rainwater is. We empty this water and refill it with fresh tap water every single day, and the 2 touch. It's called nashika, the 2 touch, but it doesn't transfer. The water stays down, and the fresh water stays on top. And then it transforms the water up here into living water. So we have an endless supply of continuously living waters, which will transform a woman from a state of potentially life that left her body. Now she's going to prepare herself to receive a soul from above in holiness by immersing in living waters. So here we have these preparation rooms. Now these doors can only be opened from this side, because the other lady on the other side, we don't want her to accidentally open the door and see who's in the mikveh. Because nobody publicizes that they're going to the mikveh, because that's when I'm going to resume into a relationship with their husband. Okay? So nobody says at the grocery store, oh, bring the groceries early, I'm going to mikveh tonight. Never happened. But she would never say to her kids, kids, hurry up, do your homework, I got to go to mikveh tonight. Her kids, she said, I'm going shopping. The place says, me and my husband are going to a movie tonight, can bring the groceries early. You know what I'm saying? So the mikveh was open at night, she comes to the mikveh, she's in the preparation room. The lady right here knocks on the door, because why? Because let's say she and her married daughter are going to the same mikveh, same night. They will not have seen each other because you're escorted out of the mikveh. You go to the mikveh, you go back into your room. So nobody knows you're here, completely private, because the definition of intimacy is modesty.
What if you meet in the hall though?
Yeah, and you can't.
Well, so we'll say this, it's hard because they wait till no one's in the hallways and then each person leaves. There's a separate entrance and a separate exit. We're on a corner, this building's on a corner,
Oh.
separate entrance and a separate exit.
But we were just in a waiting room.
Now, we have 3 of these mikvahs in this building. There are 10 preparation rooms for each mikvah. That's approximately 30 women in an hour. If there's an overflow, and they may see each other in the waiting room, then they are both going to the mikvah that night. Okay? That's worst case scenario. Okay? Okay. I have a friend of mine, he lives in Stanford, Connecticut. I see him at the pizza shop. I said, Doug, we're best friends. I mean, it's 2 hours away. I said, Doug, how could you be here? And not come, so he says like this. He says, look, my wife lives by the Chabad house in Stanford, Connecticut. But it's so small that she would have to call the rabbi's wife up and say, look, on Wednesday night, can you get the mikveh ready? He said, my wife doesn't feel comfortable calling up the rabbi's wife. And say, so he says, well, I'll bring her here. Amen? So I said, yeah, but you want to take her out for pizza? That's not nice. You know what I'm saying? Take her out to a nice place.